Time to have a look at the old school Necrons that I've been working on, and I have a new idea. Your clothes. Give them to me. Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, more Necrons for you, or maybe more Terminators. We're going to have a look at the work that I've been doing on those old school Necron models. Before that though, if you would like to keep up to date with the wonders of Warhammer 40k, then please give me a sub and hit the bell button so you don't miss an upload. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the old school Necron models that I've been working on, and to be fair, I have been working quite hard on these. I've had to strip them down and repair some of them, do some conversion work and some green stuff work, and I also have a brand new idea for one of the conversions that I want to run by you. So without further ado, let's have a look at the work I've been doing. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look at the warrior situation. So these are old school metal warriors, and my plan is to use them as immortals with the Tesla gun option. So in the first couple of videos you saw, I originally had a selection of these, some that I got from Big Mek Danskull, so again thank you Dan for that. I've marked his ones, these ones with the green bases here, and I'm eventually going to have some special material on the base so that I know exactly which models he gave me. So that's what I had in the first video, and then in the second video I managed to get myself 12 more from eBay, giving me this little selection here. I've been working very hard on these. I've been stripping the paint off, and I've also been scraping all the mould lines off. I've rebased all these because the bases weren't that great, and on these guys here with the gun sort of sticking up, I've gone in and I've put on the bottom there some metal pieces and some green stuff, just so that they're not so top heavy as such. Now on top of these that you see in front of you, I also had this guy here, which I'd previously painted. Got that guy from Snake Eyes Gaming, so thank you Dave for that one. And then in my case I had another immortal which I was sort of using as a cryptic that was already painted, so I stripped him off as well, so that goes in there. Right, now I did have a bit of a problem which I talked about in the last video, where I had a few broken models, not because I broke them but because the metal was just weak, and that's what happens with metal models. As soon as they get bent they do tend to break. So whilst looking at these models thinking what am I going to do with them, probably put them in the bin, I got inspired, and I got inspired by Terminator. After all, these models here are Terminators, aren't they? So do you remember at the end of the film, Terminator 1, all his skin's gone, you just have the robot left, and he's got, I think, like a broken arm, or he's got no legs or something, and he's crawling along the ground. That image there, I got inspired, and I thought I would do something quite similar with the 3 broken models that I have. So let's just get them out. Sarah Connor. Okay, so there you go, that's what I did with the broken ones. Really happy with these actually, to be fair. So yeah, basically I just used all of the broken bits and I put them on the base and just sort of posed them as if they'd been shot. Some of their parts have just been broken off and blown off, but they're Terminators, they still carry on, they still try to kill their enemy. So this one here was broken at the feet, also this one as well. This one was broken at the sort of hip joint. But yeah, I think they work really well. I'm liking them, and I think they'll work quite nicely amongst the units. So yeah, let's zoom back out and continue talking. Okay, so with those 3 broken ones and all the other models that I collected, I ended up with 29 models, which just wasn't quite enough for me. So I went on eBay and I got myself another one. There you go. So now I've got 3 units of 10. So yeah, my plan will be to have one of these damaged Terminators in each of the units. I think that worked really well. So yeah, I've got a lot of painting here, but I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, 3 units of 10 immortals with Tesla on the painting table shortly. Right, let's have a look at the next unit. Okay, so next are the 3 destroyers that I had. So first of all, I stripped all the old paint off. One of these were like in bits, so I had to build it and also obviously scrape all the mould lines off. A lot of flashing on these guys, so it's quite a lot of work. But they've come out quite nicely, and of course these are going to join my other old school destroyer units as well. Now I have also magnetised these onto their base like so, great for storage, etc., and obviously less chance of any breakage on the table or indeed in the gaming case. So again, really looking forward to painting these. I'm going to paint them up exactly like my others. Right, let's have a chat about the next unit. Okay, so next is this old Necron Lord. Again, I had to strip him and also take all the mould lines off, etc. In actual fact, in doing so, his head came unglued and his arm came unglued, so I just made some repairs. I did have a slight issue though. The little slaughter thing that he has between his legs here, between his feet, came off. It must have been like half broken or something, but yeah, that came off. So he doesn't have a base. I thought that's okay, I could probably just pin him to a base. And then I got a new idea. Ding 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 ding. So let's bring in another guy. Let's bring it in. This one. So this is the Tomb Spider, which again I have stripped. Now I haven't actually had time to clean up all the mould lines on this guy, but he is stripped. So originally my idea was to turn this Tomb Spider into another destroyer, because I have that destroyer sprue, which I showed you in the first video. But I've had a change of heart, because the truth is I didn't really like that idea. I like all of the units to look quite similar, and I thought it would just look a bit out of place. Now I did have a suggestion about doing a Destroyer Lord, but I do have 2 Destroyer Lords already, so I did dismiss that idea. However, whilst I was thinking about it a bit more, my 2 Destroyer Lords that I have both have war size, and they're not magnetised because they were from the old days when I didn't do magnets. So they both have war size. So I thought, I don't actually have a Destroyer Lord with a Staff of Light. And then as soon as this guy here broke off of his base, I got this instant idea. How about I have him riding a Tomb Spider? Could have him on top of the Tomb Spider with his staff, which I will then call a Staff of Light. And I thought that would be really cool. So that is my idea. Please let me know what you think of that idea in the comment box below, because I'd love to hear what you think. Now I have taken this one little step further. I've already drilled some holes out in his feet, ready to pin down either onto this, or if anyone's got any better ideas. And I've also drilled out some holes in the staff and in his wrist, ready to pin the staff on. I was thinking I won't pin the staff on until I've got the exact pose on top of this guy, and then I can work out exactly where I think the best place for the staff is going to be. I'm thinking probably like that, but I'll have to see. So I've still got some more work to do there. For now, that is the progress that I've made. So I really hope you liked the video. Hope you like looking at these old school Necron metal models. I know I certainly have. Beam me up.
Necrons!
Brilliant.
Oh my god, that one laughed so hard. Okay, bye.